Brad Williams, Frugal Finance. Let's talk about 401ks. You're asking, what's a 401k? That could be your retirement savings from your contribution and the company's contribution. If you're self-employed, just replace the 401k with your SEP. Your Roth, your simplified retirement program. Bottom line, the importance of scheduling an annual 401k checkup, it's something we don't do. It's sort of like going to the dentist. Unless there's a problem, you don't recognize it. It's not one of those, not a burning issue. The bottom line here, you need to look at this thing occasionally. Retirement plans like 401k are rightly viewed as long-term investments, but that doesn't mean you should set them up and forget them forever. It's important to check on your 401k periodically. In other words, make sure it wasn't hacked. Make sure you're earning something on it. And I know you don't know what the beginning point was for the year, and you don't probably know what the ending point was. Look at your statement. I understand they collect dust. I'm guilty. I look at the stuff, but not as often as I should. It's a discipline. Put it on your calendar and just get into the routine habit. Perhaps when you're doing your tax returns would be a good time to take a look at your 401k. They're both cumbersome. They're both a pain in the butt to do, but just put it on the to-do list. What are we doing when we look at this review? We want to look at your savings rate. You might have enrolled in your 401k plan years ago at a low contribution rate. Are you now able to increase your savings? That should be your retirement. When I think savings, I always think about a savings account. So think about your contributions and maximize what you can in terms of your retirement. Or perhaps you have a temporary need to reduce your contribution. If so, don't forget to bring it back up again when the opportunity allows. Many experts recommend that employees aim to set aside around 15% of their pre-tax income for retirement. If that's not practical, consider contributing at least enough to receive any available match from your employer. If you don't understand what this means, take a look at the series of retirement videos I have. Otherwise, talk to the Human Resource Department. The IRS has to update 401k information showing the annual contribution limits for the various types of plans. Note that employees over age 50 may be able to make an additional catch-up contribution. Take a look at IRS IRA contributions, the video. I'll leave a link down below. I used to leave a link up here. I never click that stuff. It's an interference. If I'm watching a video, I don't want to be interrupted from the video. So this thing that Google does with this link up here, it's useless. So here, Google, come up with a better idea. It's an interference. I don't want to be taken away from the subject at hand. Oh, by the way, this number here is 7,000 for 50 and under, 8,000 for 50 and older for 2024. A retirement calculator can help you see if you're on track to meet your retirement savings goal. Use these things. I don't know what this one looks like. Let's take a look. This might be the one I use all the time. This is great. The only thing is you can't save it. You can build your own in Excel. And I might have a link to something like this. Just FYI. I used to be an analyst. I used to crunch all the numbers. And subsequently, over the years, I put together a zillion in one spreadsheet, all related to finance. I have about 22 different courses on frugalfinance.net. Take a look if you want to do the number crunching kind of thing. The courses are about 99 cents. The average price is $1.99. Why? It's just there to pay for the website. That's it. It's great. It is all numbers. If you're a numbers person, then take a look. There's some derivative stuff. There's present value stuff. There's a lot of mortgage stuff. There is a lot of hedging options, et cetera, et cetera. Back to the subject hand. That's a great retirement calculator. Use it. Revisit your asset allocation. This is critical because as we get older, let's say, for example, I'm not going to go through and read this. I'm just going to give you my 2 cents worth. Your asset allocation, if you're young, focus on growth, long-term, growth companies. And you might look at an exchange-traded fund that focuses on growth, or a mutual fund, or you build your own portfolio. It really depends on what the offerings are within your plan. If you're doing this on your own, then you may hire a financial consultant to help you there. Otherwise, take a look at ETFs and mutual funds. As you grow older, you're probably going to get a little more conservative, and you're going to be thinking more of, I don't want that volatility. I've lived with it for the last 25 years, but you've taken advantage of that extreme growth. Now, you may want to balance that out a little bit. You might want a little bit of income. I don't know, depending on what your setup is for retirement. Maybe you have 70% of your liquid assets in your retirement, but then you have 30% sitting over here in a different pot that's after-tax money. It could be a Roth IRA. It could be a huge inheritance, and you have it parked over here in a different trust account. I say a trust account because if it's a lot of money, you're going to want to put it into some kind of trust. It can be a revocable trust, not a big deal. Then you need to manage that in some way or means. And so take a look at your asset allocation. If you're looking for a little bit of income, maybe you're looking at dividend stocks that pay a sizable 2 to 3% dividend. Otherwise, you may have short-term treasuries, what have you. But let's say you're 60% stocks, 40% bonds. All right, not a big deal, it's common. Or maybe you're at retirement and you're going, I just want income. You're going to get your Social Security, you're going to get your contributions, you're going to have your annual distributions from your retirement. Make sure you calculate your tax situation and what the impact is if you adjust your asset allocation to income. All right. Check out other savings plans. Over time, your available avenues for savings for retirement and what works best for you might shift. One alternative to a standard 401k is a Roth 401k, which is similar to a Roth IRA. With a Roth 401k, you pay taxes now on your contributions, but your withdrawals in retirement are tax-free. There's 4 different types here. Just make sure you have the pre-tax and post-tax. So your 401k will be pre-tax, your post will be your Roth 401k, and it's similar with Roth IRA and a normal IRA. Scrutinize your plan's fees. Make sure you're not being taken to the cleaners. Insurance companies are notorious for scalping you because you're hiring an insurance salesperson. They want the commission. Take a look at the different tools of the fees related to different types of investments, in addition to your 401k. There's someone administering this thing, and so there's a cost related there. Then there's the performance of your portfolio. Take a look at FINRA's fund analyzer. It'll check your fees, and I'll leave a link below. And then update your beneficiary designations. This is important. You may have had a beneficiary who passed away, or maybe you were married and you're no longer married. Maybe your spouse has passed away. Maybe your kids are just not recipients of your retirement, and you want to place those funds elsewhere. Be sure to change your designation. See right here, I said this fund analyzer, check it out. It's a great tool for fees, and this would just be your investment fees. Then take a look at the tools and calculators, and I'll have videos on most of this stuff, but check it out. Comment, let me know if you have any follow-up questions, concerns, issues. Brad Williams, Frugal Finance. Thanks for watching. Hope that helped. See you soon.